Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Harmony Blueprint, Disrupting the Grind podcast. I'm your host, Jett, and I am so excited to have you here with me today. First, I just want to take a moment and I want to thank all of you for the love and support that you've shown for this podcast. Whether you've left a review, shared it with a friend, or just tuned in, I appreciate you. Your support means the world to me. Now, let's talk about today's episode. This one is close to my heart because it's all about mindfulness and resilience and how to turn both into the fuel that you need so that you can reach your goals. Life can be overwhelming at times with our work, family, our personal goals, and it's easy to feel like you're being pulled in a million directions. But here's the thing, with the right tools, you can navigate the chaos and move toward the life that you want. And that's what we're diving into today. So let's start by talking about mindfulness. What is it? What is mindfulness? We see it everywhere. Well, at its core, mindfulness is the practice of being fully in the present moment where peace lives. It's noticing what's happening around you and within you and doing it without any judgment, just bringing in curiosity. It's powerful because when you're mindful, that's when you can focus on what truly matters. You're not stuck replaying past mistakes or you're not worrying about the future. You're grounded in the here and now, which is where the real change happens. That's where the magic happens. So today, I'm going to give you an easy way to practice mindfulness that you can start doing right now, right away, even as you're listening to this today. Take a moment and I just want you to notice your surroundings and look around you. What do you see? Maybe it's a cup of coffee on your desk. Maybe it's the sunlight streaming through the window. Maybe it's your favorite notebook. Just take a moment and notice the details, the texture, the color, the shape. This simple act of observing your environment will bring you back to the present moment where peace lives. And that's mindfulness in action. And you can do it anytime, anywhere. You can also engage all of your senses. So you can look around the room that you're in, look at the colors, the textures of the wall, the shadows, the lighting. And then you can even close your eyes and use your hearing to hear what is it that you hear coming from inside the room you're in. What do you hear coming from outside of the room you're in? Then you can engage the sense of smell and take a breath in and notice the smells that you're smelling. Taste, you can run your tongue gently across your two front teeth and swallow. And finally, touch, how your clothes feel on your body. If it's the middle of the night and you can't sleep, how the sheets feel on your body, the softness of the blankets. This is things that you can do anytime, anywhere when you feel like your mind is kind of chattering away and won't stop, and you're worrying about the future or you're regretting the past. Coming back to the present moment where peace lives is going to help ground you. So, to make mindfulness a part of your daily life, y- try doing it, with something that you already do. So, for example, you could also, when you're washing your hands, focus on the sensation of the water, the smell of the soap, or when you're eating, pay attention to the flavors and the textures of the food. All of these small moments can make a big difference. If you're preparing a meal, feel how the vegetables feel when you're cutting them up. The spices as you're putting them in, whatever it is. And even when you're eating the meal, just bringing yourself back to that present moment where peace lives and taking your time and really starting just to slow down and be in that present moment where peace lives. Now, let's talk about resilience. Now, resilience is your ability to bounce back from setbacks, to keep going, even when things get a little sticky or a little tough. But the good news is, resilience is a skill that you can build. Mindfulness is one of the best tools for building resilience because it helps you to stay calm and focused when challenges arise. So instead of reacting impulsively, mindfulness gives you the space to respond thoughtfully. So let me share a story with you. I recently worked with a client who felt like there was never enough hours in the day. She was constantly rushing from one responsibility to the next, family, work, errands, doing all the things. And she told me she couldn't remember the last time that she did something just for herself. So, together, we explored how this constant cycle was draining her energy and leaving her feeling stuck. Now, the breakthrough moment came when she realized that the problem wasn't time, the problem was she wasn't prioritizing herself. So we started small, baby steps, and she began just carving out 10 minutes a day to do something that she loved. Journaling, sitting quietly in the morning with her coffee, taking a short walk. And as she embraced these moments of mindfulness, something amazing happened. All of a sudden, she realized she had more energy. She felt more energized, more focused, and more present with her family, with her goals, with her work, with her friends, all around. And she began to feel more balanced. So, this is a perfect example of the power of self love. Now, when you take care of yourself first, you are not being selfish. You're filling up your cup so that then you can pour into others. If our cup is empty, we are no good to anybody. And mindfulness is the first step to making this shift. So I want you to take a moment now and I want you to just ask yourself, what's one small thing you can do today that's just for you? So say to yourself, what's one small thing I can do today that's just for me? Maybe it's stepping outside for fresh air. Maybe it's listening to your favorite song. Maybe it's reading a chapter of a book. Whatever it is, I want you to write it down and I encourage you to make it happen and notice the difference in how you feel and in your energy. Now, let's bring it all together and let me wrap it all up. Okay. How can mindfulness and resilience help you reach your goals? Well, it starts with setting mindful, intentional goals. So, unlike traditional goals, mindful goals are rooted in your values and what matters to you most. They're not about keeping up with what others expect of you, they're about creating a life that feels authentic and fulfilling. So, I'm going to give you my step by step process that I did when I was on my journey and that I now teach to others. So, my process is the first thing is you want to start with your why. You want to write down whatever it is your goal is, and you want to ask yourself, why is this important to me? So, for example, instead of saying, I want to save money, I want you to dig deeper. Say something, I want to save money so I can travel and create lasting memories with my family. So, you really want to break it down. When we have big goals, it can be very overwhelming. So, we want to break them into smaller, manageable steps. So, another example, if your goal is to get healthier, your first step might be walking for 10 minutes a day. And then you want to create a daily habit. You want to tie your goal to a habit that you already have. So, for example, if you make coffee every single morning, use that time to write down one step you'll take towards your goal for that day. So this is an activity you can try right now. What you could do is you could write down one goal that you want to achieve, let's say in the next 30 days. And then next to it, write what is one small step that you can take today to get closer to that goal. So another example, if your goal is to read more, your step could be set a timer for 10 minutes tonight and read one chapter. And I want you to remember your takeaway here is that small actions, baby steps, add up over time. Now, you also want to track your progress in a way that feels rewarding. I love journaling, so I always recommend using a journal. You could use a checklist. You could even put sticky notes up everywhere where you're going to remember what it is that you're going to do, your what you want to get done. And then what happens is you're going to see your progress, and that in turn will boost your motivation, which in turn will keep you on track. So, to recap what we've covered today, mindfulness keeps you grounded and focused in the present moment. Resilience helps you bounce back from challenges and turn setbacks into stepping stones. And mindful goal setting ensures your goals align with your values and helps you take intentional steps forward. So, here's my challenge for you. Sometime today, I want you to take 5 minutes to practice mindfulness. Maybe it's just by observing your surroundings. Maybe it's reflecting on a challenge. Maybe it's writing down a small step towards your goals. Now, I would love to hear how this episode resonates with you. You can connect with me on social media. You can leave me a review. You can reach out to me through my website. Your feedback means the world to me, and it's also going to help my podcast grow. And I want to know if this is resonating with you. Now, next week, we're going to dive into self care routines that actually fit into your busy life. So be sure to stay tuned for that. So, thank you so much for joining me on the Harmony Blueprint, disrupting the grind. Until next time, stay mindful, stay resilient, and keep moving forward. Thank you for joining us on this transformative journey with the Harmony Blueprint, disrupting the grind. If you enjoyed today's episode and found value in our discussions, we would love to hear from you. And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast and leave us a review on your favorite platform. Your feedback helps us continue to deliver valuable content to you and others that are seeking personal growth and work-life harmony. Be sure to stay connected with us by visiting our website at www.life-wire.net/Harmony Blueprint. There, you're going to find additional resources, show notes, and exclusive offers to support you on your journey to success and fulfillment.